Well, that sucks. That's something I've never had to do before. Made it about a half hour. I can't breathe. The chest is just tightening up. Gotta give it some more time, I guess. Anyway. Yep. Well, this is probably the most difficult video for me to edit and put out there. And I mean, I guess you could see right from the beginning there, things didn't go well in this game. And this all relates back to, things I've said already a couple times in the last few videos, that I have some stuff going on. I have a little bit of health problem going on and trying to get that dealt with so I can get back out on the ice full time. So this is another game I never edited and put out in the world. This is from the end of March, I believe, or middle of March, something like that. I was helping out a local area team. Their spring season was getting ready to start, and I had been asked. I kind of turned it down. Then I've been asked again. They were having a hard time getting a second goalie, and finally I gave in and said, yeah, I'll do it. Kind of just jumping ahead of schedule for myself. I had just actually started taking some new medicine, and for whatever reason, I was thinking, cool, everything's good now. I was literally like on day 2 of some medicine that turns out I was having some extra like side effects from. And anyway, long story short, stuff I don't want to go into. I ended up bailing after I think about 20 minutes of game time. I wasn't even that overwhelmingly busy, but basically I was going to try to get through it, but I started kind of getting that tunnel vision of darkness or whatever, and felt it was too much risk for me to stay on the ice. Again, it was a couple teams getting themselves ready for like their spring season, and there was nothing on the line or whatever. If it was like an important game or something, I never would have taken this game. But I wasn't exceptionally busy. I was exceptionally terrible. So we'll get started right now. Step 1. This was my jersey, and this jersey, this whole kit actually, is a set I put together a month prior when I went to Helsinki, Finland with some buddies of mine by invite from our friend Bona Halakainen. And we've done this a handful of times. I don't really do it for video or whatever. We get together and we do a few days of on-ice vintage goalie training, and then we hang out and we do a lot of different things, go to some hockey games, whatever, just a bunch of good friends. So I had put together for that event a Vipers kit. I have like 3 or 4 Viper jerseys, and I had one in my mind that, that's the one I'm going to wear. Like 2 weeks before the trip, might have even been less than that, I decided to try it on with a chest protector, and it was too snug. So I got on Facebook and put out like a message, an in search of thing on a local buy sell group, and asked about Viper jerseys. And lo and behold, somebody had 2 of the Bauer jerseys in both size large, I believe. So I bought those, came home, cut them apart, sewed them together into one, as it turns out, gigantic jersey. I did my measurements a little wrong. I was in such a rush. I didn't stop and measure twice, cut once, and I added too much perimeter on the arms as well as on the body. I wanted a certain number, and I did it equal all the way around, and I didn't need it equal all the way around. So I had this giant jersey. It actually came out really nice. I got all my stripes lined up really well when I put the gussets in. Then I had another, authentic fan jersey, and it had numbers on it. So I stripped all the numbers off because I was like, hey, why not stretch this out to the last minute even more? Got back onto Facebook local group and did some searching for seamstresses. Came across a local lady. I can remember exactly. On Valentine's Day, I got a hold of this lady, asked her if she could sew the numbers on for me, because 3s are really hard to sew on straight, man. Like, I just didn't have it in me. I knew I would make a mistake. She said, yes, I took it over there Valentine's Day morning. She had dinner plans at 4 o'clock. So I know I had this. She got a hold of me and I was back at her house at like 1:30, I think, and picked up the jersey with my numbers sewn on. And man, that was really awesome. And then I flew out like a few days later. So that's how down to the wire it was. The patch is a little something I added extra, which relates to my trip there and our little get together. So that's the jersey. It's huge. And yeah, let's move along. All right, so to go with that, I actually have the perfect set of pads. These are 1995 Cooper Reactor 4 Customs that were made for Darren Madeley with his time with the Vipers. So I'm stoked that I have these. I've worn them in the past, put together kind of. In fact, I think I wore them with the white and red gloves before. Before the trip, I did a little bit of touch up and filled in a lot of the scuffed areas in the toe. Did a lot of color matching, you know, like this area here I filled in with and then sealed. Put all new straps on, stayed with white the way they belong. And yeah, that's the pads I wore for this one. Man, those are nice. Okay, so I showed you the pads, I showed you the jersey. Now I need to talk about my buddy Bona Halakainen. He's a master craftsman. He is a vintage gear enthusiast and a vintage gear nut. And I've had those pads maybe 5 years, maybe more than that now. And he's said all along, I need gloves that match. And I don't know, you know, you're watching my channel, so you know a lot of this stuff is like uncommon, hard to find, rare, etc. Well, custom pads like that I luck across 30 years after they were made, probably multiple ownerships transitioned over those years, you're never going to find gloves like that. So my buddy, Bona Halakainen, I'm going to put a link to his Instagram down below too, reskinned a set of gloves for me to match. And these are freaking amazing. So I've got a Reactor 3 blocker and a Reactor 3 catch glove that he completely rebuilt with custom colors for me. And we even got the embroidered custom made name on there. The cool part is they're built off of Reactor 3 gloves. So I'm used to how they feel. They're pre-broken in. They're just really awesome gloves. Nash palm in the catch and all those puck marks. Well, that's pretty much practice in Finland. So yeah, now we've got, you know, a matching setup of gloves for one of the coolest sets of colored 90s Cooper gear I've ever seen. I gotta tell you, this place down here, my cave, is an absolute mess. For the last several months, I've been delving into some other projects. I've mentioned it already a couple of times, but I've been making some handmade wood ink pens that I make from broken goalie sticks. I'm going to put a link down below to my website and up in the corner. And if you want to check them out, they're really freaking cool. I spend a lot of time on them. On the webpage, there's even a video for each of the sticks before I cut them apart. So I tell you why I'm using that stick for this kind of a project. Trust me, if they're repairable sticks, quality enough, stable enough, durable enough, I would just be fixing the sticks, rebuilding them, and putting them back in the collection. Let me get on to, again, it's a mess. So Vipers socks. This is a full kit, just letting you know. And CCM Viper colorway pants. Absolutely perfect. Love having this kind of stuff to put a full kit together. Like, this just looks great all together. Yeah, these aren't official Viper pants. They don't have the logo embroidered on them, but that is the colorway, and they are really nice CCM Super pants. Okay, another spot back here. Another thing that comes from my buddy Bona Halakainen. SK600 with an HM30 and a GTP dangler. and the bucket has been painted to match the kit with the Viper logos on it. I am a big fan of the combo style helmet and cage, and I overheat a lot when I'm playing. So you get the best ventilation from a combo. Listen, in theory, a little bit wrong era here, but this worked. It looked great. It's custom. And keep in mind, you know, you did have some of those outlier type buckets of the era. For example, Hasek with his Ray or Warwick, whoever made it, helmet and cage combo, etc. So this just makes me a little more unique for the kit, for the era, for, you know, the kit I went for. Over here, we'll talk about a couple things. Chest protector, Cooper Reactor 5. This is obviously, I say it all the time, my go-to chest protector, but it's also the correct one for the kit and the era. So there's that. And check it out. I have a Louisville Pro Glow and beautiful stick. Look at that. Hardly used at all. Yeah. Pretty cool when you have gear and even your stick can match like a team kit. So there you go. That was all the gear for this one. Hopefully back on the ice full time in the near future. I do have a trip planned in the next couple of weeks where I will be back on the ice. Hoping everything goes well. Feel like I'm ready. Been exercising a lot more, getting my cardio going, at least up to where it was, you know, 6-8 months ago when I was playing pretty regularly. So hopefully I'm able to get through that, and then once I'm through that, get back home and get back into regular gameplay. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've got any comments about any of the stuff, drop them down below. Again, and thanks to the guys for their understanding at this game when I ended up having to leave early. So yeah, if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do that. Hit that bell notification icon. You'll get notified every time I upload a new video. And hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for bearing with me. Thanks for sticking with the channel. I really appreciate that support.
We'll put a little net in here. Okay. You're good. Appreciate you coming up. Oh, okay. I should have taken one.
That's alright.
I gotta head out.
That's alright, man. Sorry. No, I hope you feel better, bro.
Yeah,
Take it easy.
I should have gave it another week.
No, hey, don't push yourself. I'd rather see you get better.